Well, I have to say that when you invited me to come on to the podcast for my birthday, I was very excited, and you can't imagine how hard it was to contain that excitement for the additional 4 months that followed after my birthday.
Listen, there's I tried to actually pretty much every guest I'm going to have on here for, I don't know, probably the next like 5 or 6. I'm probably going to have to explain to them like the delays that I had in this podcast. Smitty told me best.
What do you say?
I wanted it to be like so elaborate and great. You know, I wanted it like a TV there, you know, Joey sitting there, like a nice table. Like I got this table here and then this one right here that's kind of whatever. But like I wanted a long table. So if I wanted like instead of just one guest besides myself, I could have like 2 or 3. And then, you know, I wanted like a camera set up and everything. And I bought all that. Not that I didn't buy the nice table, but
You'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there. It takes time. Like,
yeah.
This is early.
Smitty told me best. He was like, hey, man, listen, you got to do it organically. Like, I know it's yours. And then at first I was like, I said to myself, man, Smitty, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. It's my show. And then I really thought about it, and I was like, you know, I could do everything like this, but I don't know what this is going to become. So, you know, I really, like, I started thinking about what he said, like, do it organically. I know there are going to be growing pains, just like this. Kind of like, you know, him. The main growing pain is the logistics of it, you know, like, do test runs, like, how long are the test runs going to be? And to be honest with you, everything really went smoothly once we started doing it, because I bought this stuff like, I don't know, like 7 months ago. And I'm a firm believer in, like, when stuff happens, it's supposed to happen when it happens. You know, if you rush something and want it, it's not going to work out. You know, like when you get your college degree, it might take you 4 years, it might take you 5 years. But whenever you get your degree, you were supposed to get your degree at that time. You know what I mean? I wasn't supposed to start it on your birthday or a couple weeks after. I was supposed to start it now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, just go with the flow, man. You're figuring it out. And I think the big thing I might say is just have fun, obviously, and, you know, like, enjoy it, because I think this is a lot of fun. We're just getting started, of course, but it's something I've always thought about doing. I know you've thought about it even more than me. So it's just cool that we're even doing this in the first place.
Yeah. I think one of my biggest issues is like talking away, like talking into the mic, because I'll find myself like leaning back, you know. And also another thing is I listened to the first one me and Smitty had, and I really honed in on listening to me saying like, you know, and so. I believe that's all those words. Now, I'm not going to try to be like some perfect public speaker, but I am going to try to, like, you know, like shy away from saying those words so much. But they're just natural words that everybody, pretty much millennials, always say.
Right, and even people like Bill Maher, Jon Stewart, you know, like the pros, they kind of had like phrases that they repeated. It's like a setup for jokes, you know. It's just, we talk, we are who we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not going to try to be like elaborate. Like, I have absolutely nothing to lose with this, you know. And I don't say that like being cocky. I say that very humble, because like I have no clue what this is going to be, you know. If I get 12 people listening, I'll be satisfied. More the merrier, but I'm doing this because it's like a hobby. Now, if I can build something off of it and get like, I don't want to say big time guests, but I do have a list, like a wish list of all the guests I could have, and if I could get that, that would be cool. But that's like so far away, because like, look at YouTubers. Mm-hmm. No, like rarely ever do you see a YouTuber, and I don't watch the YouTubers like that. I will watch, I watch like Breaking Points, Kyle Kalinske, Jimmy Dore, a little bit of Ben Shapiro, all that stuff. Like Graham Stephan, I watch him for finance. I watch a lot of Steve Harvey videos, but he's not a YouTuber. But you look at like these YouTubers like our age. They didn't just start a YouTube page, get one video, and go viral. They had a bunch of shit that sucked and was cringeworthy. And now that they're big time, they make fun of it. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree 100%. And I mean, you also saw a lot of YouTubers kind of like change who they are as they went. You know, like Rhett and Link. I mean, shoot, like they've always kind of been like goofy people, but you know, like they figured out like what their audience likes. They figured out what gets them views and just general interest. So, and I don't think it will be any different in that respect. Like you'll find what works for you.
yeah, I think that's just in life in general. You have to evolve with the times. You know, Muhammad Ali has a quote. He's like, if you have the same views you had 30 years ago, you just wasted 30 years of your life. You know, you just have to evolve with the times. Like, what was cool 10 years ago?
Well, I can say this, like Star Wars wasn't as cool. Like maybe 10 years ago it was, but like Star Wars made a comeback when Disney acquired it. So like it was seen as like a nerd thing. Then Disney buys it and it's like totally in the mainstream.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a trend.
A trend? Yeah, I'm not a trendy person. You know that.
Oh no. I always have to ask someone like, hey man, what's up with this trend? What's going on? Like Twitter, when it became big, every social media, I got it. I was one of the last of my peers to get it. You know, like MySpace. In 7th grade, everybody had it, and then I didn't have it till like the middle of the year. Facebook. I thought MySpace was still cool in 2010. I shouldn't admit that, like, you know, over the airwaves, but
we're like in this day and age, like if you're still watching like regular cable, like as a a younger person, like people our age, like if you're actually like using regular cable, like you're kind of in the past compared to most.
There's a perfect example. You have all these like media conglomerate companies like NBC. They have Peacock. CBS has Paramount Plus. That like back in the day, it was CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox. The cable television was everything, you know. But now, see, I just said, you know. But now everything's streaming, everything's online. Netflix has changed the game. So there's Peacock, there's Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, ESPN, Hulu, Netflix. They're changing with the times, like the YouTubers. So I'm just going to change with the times, hopefully. If I don't, I'll get left behind and I'll suck.
Hey, you're not going to suck, man. Like I said, you're going to keep going with the flow.
I got your uncle on. What?
When?
I don't know. I have to message him.
Michael Steve, right?
Yeah. According to Ben, all I have to do is message him. I'm going to do that tonight. Who else?
Interesting dude. I mean, obviously, like involved in local politics, like the city council.
Yeah, I want to talk to him about like Georgetown and stuff.
He's also just like a cool dude outside of that. Like he's ran a lot of different like half marathons, like done a lot of like home gardening, like understands like veganism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're into that kind of thing.
Everybody gives vegans a really hard time. I think because they try to push the issue. But I heard one time that obviously, like the hardcore vegans, they're trying to get you to not eat meat. But I think the overall, I heard one time, maybe it was a video or an article, they're not trying to exactly get you to quit eating meat. They just don't want you to eat as much red meat. Like have chicken, you know, because we consume a lot of red meat. And I'm not saying I tried to become a vegan by no means, but I wanted to try like a week without meat. It was difficult. Like I give them a lot of credit because meat's great. Ooh, that's not gonna sound good.
Oh no.
That's gonna be like a little clip.
No, it's fine. Everyone knows what you meant. We're talking about like butcher meat, not like the other kind of meat. Mm-hmm. But, I have heard people say that about the chickens. And the one thing I never really understood with that is, you kill one cow and one person could survive like an entire year off a cow if they
easily.
if they did it the right way.
Yeah.
I guess I really don't know. I've never done it,
Mm-hmm.
but I will say this: you'd have to kill a lot of chickens.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a lot more death if you're worried about animal death. Like you're killing a lot more chickens in comparison to killing one cow.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a place that has deer all over the place, and I mean I'm hypocritical on this one because I don't hunt, but I don't understand why more people around here don't get back into hunting. I mean, I still know that a lot of people do, but there's also a lot of people that don't.
I don't know why they don't. I mean, I really don't do it. I just do it for like the thrill of it, like the camaraderie. Like my mom, my brother, my uncle, my cousin, we all try to like have that week off for gun season. Now, some of them are like more into bow hunting because I guess that's more of a challenge or something like that. I like to gun hunt. But yeah, I don't really do hunting for the meat, but deer is very good, very good. So I like it.
Yeah, and my other problem with like the whole vegan argument has always just kind of been that I don't buy that like we're going to end climate change by everyone switching to eating the plant-based diets because there's plenty that they're not talking about. And I mean, like avocados, an avocado tree, you grow it and water it for years before you ever get a single avocado from it. And if you're an Ohio vegan and you depend on the avocado for like the good fat, so they say, that's being shipped from a place like California, a place with a warm climate that can actually grow it in the first place. And we know California already has issues with, having enough water for its citizens. So
Yeah.
that doesn't sound green to me.
2 things to respond to that. I believe it takes 1 whole year to grow a pineapple. Fun fact.
I would believe it.
Yeah. 2, have you ever seen that video of that kid opening presents? And he's like, "Oh, it's an avocado. Thanks."
A perennial classic around Christmas time, I would say.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Great clip.
He's like, "Oh, it's an avocado. Thanks." Love that video. I crack up every time. It's great.
Right, but the sad thing is probably so many kids were given avocados for Christmas after that video, just people trying to imitate it.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think the purpose of the video was for, I'm pretty positive, like, they did that so if he got the same present twice, he wouldn't make a remark. He would just say, "Thank you." Like, he wouldn't be like, "I already have this gift." Yeah, so I think that's it. I never like to give a definitive answer unless I absolutely know it. If I think something, then, like I know 2 + 2 is 4. But
I also don't think that's such a bad gift, though. I mean, I'll give my nephews and nieces things like homemade pickles, like, or like candy, like really good, like homemade, like a Mennonite store candy.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Like, we like snacks. I mean, that seems like a good enough gift for me. Give me snacks and candy for my birthday anytime you want.
Do you put avocado on your toast?
I don't care for avocado. I don't like the texture. I don't think, like, taste-wise, it's just not bringing anything to the table for me.
So is guacamole, is that what, like, just mashed up avocados or something like that?
Yeah, it also has, like, lime juice, cilantro, I want to say onion. I mean, it's really easy to make. You go to some Mexican restaurants, and they make it right at the table in front of you. And I think I have made it before, actually. It's nothing real complex, but I do like some guacamoles, especially with really good house-made tortilla chips. But, yeah, I'm just not an avocado person.
Yeah. I don't really like them. I mean, I'll eat them, but they won't be my first thing to eat. Actually, hold on.
Just mushy.
My mom makes like this, what do you call it when you, like you make a whole bunch of everything in, like, one pot? It's like,
Casserole?
it's like a breakfast casserole, but it's not together. It's like scrambled casserole in a way.
I know what you mean, but I can't find the word.
Is it like hash or something like that? What's hash? I
Yeah, I think that is a thing.
yeah, but it's like I think hash is in the name. It's like spinach or kale.
Or like quiche.
Yeah, eggs, sausage, little diced up pieces of sweet potato, and then I think they might put avocado in there too, just to kind of give it a little flavor. But it's really good.
I remember hospitality Sundays at St. George. You remember those? Like one Sunday a month, there'd be like a breakfast after mass.
Shouldn't a church always have hospitality? Oh, you know what? We're not even gonna get into that. Don't want to.
But I remember they used to serve a dish that was similar to what you just described.
Yeah, it's kind of like stir fry, but I guess with more in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 'cause isn't stir fry just like sausage, or breakfast stir fry? Isn't it just like sausage, onions, and peppers or something like that?
I guess.
I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, everything isn't the same. There's really only so many ways that you can cook something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are.
And I love cooking that way because I don't like doing a lot of dishes. I just like I have a big, deep, like a copper frying pan, and I'll just, chunk up meat, cut it into dices with the vegetables, the potatoes, like everything else, and just try to cook it all in that one deep pan, because then I only have to clean that one thing. I'm lazy.
The most underrated vegetable.
Parsnip.
Bro, put it right there. Like, if more people knew what parsnips were and how to cook them, I'm not saying that people don't, but parsnip, just imagine a white carrot. That's it. That's what I see it as.
Right, and
like
there are
a fatter white, a more girth, shorter carrot.
Absolutely, and like the carrots that we're used to, like, they're usually on salads, right? Or I'm like we boil them.
No,
but
do you cut them into like chips? Like this, or do you kind of like cut them like you would cut a carrot?
I almost kind of like cut them how I would a potato. Like just kind of peel it and cut it.
You know how you can cut potatoes like into chips, or you can like cut them into fries?
Yeah.
Which one do you do? Like, does the parsnip look like a fry, or does it look like a chip?
Home fries. I cut them into squares.
Okay. Cool.
I feel like in the air fryer, that's just the way that they cook most consistently.
Do you like spray anything on them, like olive oil or like
just that little bit of like the avocado oil?
Oh, so you do use avocados, just their oil
for that, but only when I use the air fryer, and I really don't use it that much.
I tried avocado mayonnaise one time.
Oh, I like it. I do like avocado. Yeah. But like the parsnips,
it was Miracle Whip. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. This is cool because I planted some parsnips last year that didn't take, and they kind of just sat dormant, I guess. But anyway, at some point they germinated, and Ben and I, my brother Ben, he was walking through the garden with me, and saw these big parsnips that like overwintered, and he'd never really seen a parsnip before, and I pulled it out of the ground and had him smell it, and just so aromatic, just delicious, kind of like sweet, like parsnips, and they're cheap at Kroger. They're so cheap.
So, besides like the basic vegetables, when you garden, like corn, green beans, potatoes, when you garden those, they usually come up fine. But are there some, like how you said parsnips didn't do well the first year? Because we've had, like when I lived with Mom, there were like every year it seemed like we would try something new, and sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. But the second year we did it, it would work out pretty good.
There's a lot that's going to come into play with that. Like with parsnips, the problem that I probably ran into is that we're in Ohio with this kind of like heavy clay soil, and parsnips, they want well-drained soil. They kind of want sandy soil. So I do want to try them in raised beds at some point, and actually go to like the landscape supply center, get some sand, like make my own soil that's more conditioned for the because I love parsnips. But yeah, I mean the big thing is obviously climate and soil type.
Have you already planted your garden yet, or like done, work the ground, anything like that yet?
Well, the big garden, not yet, but I have a few raised beds, and I've had stuff planted in the raised beds since the end of February. So I have peas that I'll be picking soon. I picked a couple radishes today.
I don't think we've ever grew peas.
And my uncle's hoop beds, we definitely have some cabbage and spinach, a few other things, some peppers, all started. So when the ground is ready, like the plants will be ready.
Yeah. Cabbage is good, like fried cabbage.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, it's
And
great.
I grew zucchini, but I bought this terrible kind. It just tastes awful. But what I do is just kind of get the potato peeler and slice it real thin, and I just throw it in with my boiled cabbage and like cut it in with that, and it's better that way.
What? Can't zucchinis be used for something else, like a synthetic something else? I forget what.
Change the subject.
Why? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I don't mean like that. Like, I remember when I was on my
Phrase
diet.
it.
Like when I said I love meat. But I remember when I was like on a low carb diet, my mom made like zucchini and she replaced it with something.
I understand what you mean now.
Yeah,
like you go to places like Noodles and Company, and like they'll do the zucchini pasta. They'll do like zucchini.
Yeah, I think that's what it
pizza
was.
crust.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, but I mean, like the zucchini pasta, it's nothing like pasta. It's the same shape, kind of.
Yeah,
But it's nothing like pasta. The zucchini crust is okay depending on where you go, but it's never going to compare to like if you're someone like me that loves like a good whole wheat crust, like a handmade whole wheat crust. It's just never going to compare.
Do you ever make zucchini bread?
No, but if you're listening to this and you know how to make zucchini bread, I'm going to be sitting on way too much zucchini, and I will give you just pounds and pounds of zucchini if you give me like even a single loaf of zucchini bread.
Oh yeah,
Because I'm not going to use it.
Zucchini bread's good.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's great. What else?
Pumpkin bread too.
Pumpkin bread's good.
I grew that blue squash last year, which of course led to my most famous Instagram post of all time. I think I got 60 likes, which is that's a lot for a fellow like me.
Is that the one where you showed him the ribbon and said the haters are going to say it's fake?
Right.
Is that it, or was that a different one?
No, that's the post, yeah. And actually, I took a picture of me holding that squash with the ribbon on it and put it on my Tinder and said award-winning squash farmer, and that was the most matches I ever got.
Really?
Oh yeah, like they people thought it was hilarious. Women thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, so many comments on that Instagram post about it. And that was a lot of fun. But anyway, like that blue squash was so good. It almost tastes like a sweet potato.
Yeah. I don't think the photographer got the credit for that one.
Well, you know what, Jake? You should have had me on your podcast sooner.
That's true. True. I could make another point, but we need to move on because we've talked about gardening for way too long. And I know you love gardening. I know you do.
But there's like nothing to talk about this time of year, though, either. We'll talk about it more when there's actually more stuff going on.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a sports season. You know, it's exciting in the beginning, but after like the first time, it's not really that fun until the middle or the end.
Right. And if you are listening to your home gardener, just go ahead and get those seeds sowed. Go ahead and get started. But what do you want to transition to?
You know how you said if you're listening at home, and that line you just said, what was it? On B105 every Saturday. I don't know if they still do it, but they used to do a show from like 6 to 9 a.m. in and around the house with Tony and Ernie, and they sounded just like what you said. But what about those fights?
I didn't watch any of them. But I told you, Rose. I told you she was going to blow it, and it wasn't like a big upset. You know, like what was she like a 160 underdog maybe? Yeah. So it's not like you would have won a lot of money anyway. But I was right.
I was switching back from like that to Canelo.
Everyone was saying that fight was worse than Adesanya Romero.
It was terrible. Yeah, it was terrible. Like, just do you have the ESPN app?
I don't know. I need to get it.
Yeah,
I'm going to get it soon.
Yeah, they show all the stats like significant strikes, total strikes, strikes landed, takedowns, knockdowns, submission attempts, control, leg kicks, head kicks, or like leg kicks, hits to the head, hits to the body, and the numbers for both of them were so astronomically low. That's my new word, astronomically. I say it a lot. I say it way too much, but they were pretty low. I think one of them only landed 34 strikes of something.
Right. And
In the whole, that's 25 minutes.
Yep. And one's a striker, one's a grappler, and neither one wants to engage with the other. Neither one of them wants to get caught outside their comfort zone.
Yeah, they respect him too much.
That's why I thought Esparza was going to win, because she's a better striker than what Rose is. I mean, Rose is like a good defensive grappler, and she's tough. You know, I'm not saying like she isn't good, because obviously she was a very she's won a lot of big fights, but Esparza definitely has the advantage on the ground, and that's why I liked her in that fight. But of course, I know it went to decision, so that this is all kind of moot. But I also saw those memes of poor Ferguson.
Oh, I feel bad for
Tony
him.
Ferguson.
He looked really good. He didn't look, excellent, but he looked pretty good in that first round. He tagged him a couple times, had him didn't exactly wobble him, but he looked pretty good. I kind of felt bad for Chandler because I thought Tony was going to be back on his feet and everything, and I don't know if they even touched each other. I think that might have been the first, because it happened within the first 15 seconds.
Of the second round?
Yeah. I mean, they were kind of dancing around and then pop,
Yeah. I mean, Chandler's tough.
Oh, he is. He's, when we watched him fight Gaethje, I was like, now, you and I would consider us a step above casuals.
Well, at that time, definitely, because I was living with Joe, who had ESPN Plus, and it really wasn't working that much because of COVID. And so there for a long time, I didn't miss a fight night.
Yeah. But I felt like Michael, when he fought Gaethje, I don't know if it was just respect or he just didn't know how bad he had him hurt. There were multiple times in that fight where he could have easily just ended it.
Right.
But just step in, he had him wobbled, step in, bop, 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 it'd be over. But
didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a respect thing or he just didn't, he didn't sense blood yet or what. But
who knows?
But Chuck's the man. That's just how it is.
I mean, he's the best in the division. I feel like the only interesting fight to make right now is with Islam Makhachev.
What about Dariush?
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. That'd be a good fight. I don't want to see Conor McGregor. Of course, that's what everyone's going to be saying.
I mean, you can kind of see the writing on the wall. There's a vacant title. Supposedly, Islam said, or when Dariush stepped out, or he called off because of an injury, and then he fought Bobby Green, and then RDA's opponent stepped out, and they offered it to Islam. Islam, for some reason, didn't take it. And supposedly, what I heard was Dana was like, okay, well, you're not getting a title shot now. So have those two. Bring Conor, imagine the money that will be made for a vacant. You bring Conor back versus Oliveira. So.
I agree. That would be exciting. I agree.
But it's one of the... I think it's going to be... It's just like every other fight with Oliveira.
Well, I don't want to see the Oliveira-Makhachev fight happen too late. Oliveira's right there, at the prime. So that's why I want to see him just a hungry up-and-comer.
What do you think would happen if Khabib got back in there?
I mean, a lot of people said, and this was years ago, that Oliveira was the best shot at beating Khabib. And I don't think that he would. But a lot of people did say that just because of his jiu-jitsu style.
Yeah.
And also just a lanky guy.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Really lengthy.
Right. Might have a...
I think that kind of attributes to his, struggle of getting in.
Stronger than what people give him credit for.
I think that's his one of his issues of struggling with getting weight is just simply, he's so... I don't want to say he's too big, but it just seems like he doesn't look like he would be in 150. He looks like a original 170.
I agree.
Yeah. So, but man, it's like it's just so mind-boggling how quick he is on the ground. You know, and Gaethje knew what was up because he knocked him down twice, and he like knocked him down pretty much instantly. I'd say probably within the first 30 seconds, he just knocked him down, and then he fell, and he kind of knew, like he had his feet up in the air, and Gaethje was just like, nah, get up. But the second time, Gaethje tagged him, and it was really funny because it was like a delayed knockdown. And so Gaethje hit him, and then Charles was kind of like this, and his legs were wobbling. But he lifts one leg up to kick him, and he has no weight on the other legs because his legs aren't under him, and he just falls down, and you kind of see him go like, oh, shit. And they fell down. Justin's just like, all right, get up. So, but then what happened? I think Charles Oliveira like went after him, and then he was on his back, like in full guard, and then somehow they got up, and then they started swinging, and I mean Justin Gaethje was literally swinging for the fence.
Right.
I mean there was one time he swung so hard he fell down. Like remember when Ronda fell down right before she got knocked out by Holly Holm?
Yep.
And like she swung and like fell on her knee.
Yep.
He kind of felt like that. Like he was putting a lot of power into his swing. And then Charles tagged him, and he fell down. And what happened? Charles got on his back, and then he tried to do a rear naked choke, and then Justin Gaethje like controlled his arm or something like that. I don't remember exactly how it is. Somewhere on Twitter, I found like the whole video of it. Usually, that's what pisses me off about Twitter. They only show the knockout. I love the moments leading up to the knockout or leading up to the submission. I love that. So he like controlled the arm, and then somehow Oliveira kind of like turned sideways, and he was gonna like do a arm bar. He was gonna do an arm bar, and then Justin like kind of turned a little bit, and then he did like it was like a weird triangle choke with his legs or some shit. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little bit above a casual. That's why I would consider myself. Some MMA guru would come on here and be like, you don't know shit. And I'm like, you're right. But then he like tried to get him in like a triangle choke or something like that. And then Justin Gaethje like slipped out of it. And then just like that, they like rolled over, and Charles was like on top of him again, and he got him in a rear naked choke, and you could just see like Gaethje like phasing out. And then for like a split second, Charles Oliveira like let go and then like repositioned his hand, and he just got him there. And Justin I think Justin tapped and then passed out. So, but he knew. Charles Oliveira knew. He's like,
of course,
yeah, I'm the champ, But I feel for Gaethje. He's kind of.
Gaethje needs to make a heel turn.
He does.
He does, because he's like a people's champ already, and he did win an interim title, and that's something. But he's like a people's champ. Everyone always wants him to win whenever he has a fight scheduled, and he needs to make a heel turn. He needs people to hate him.
Yeah. He kind of reminds me, like, just his story, like his journey, kind of reminds me of like Dustin Poirier, or as some people call him, Poirier.
Is he retired?
I think he wants to move up to 170, which...
If he fought Colby, that would be fun.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I've told you this before. I saw a picture of Dustin and Jorge next to each other, and Jorge just like... I mean, the size difference between the two is... crazy how bigger Jorge is. And look what Colby did to Jorge.
True, but you do know that Jorge used to fight at 155 as well. He got bigger.
Rumble Johnson used to fight at 170.
Exactly. Like if Dustin wants to do it, he'll put on the weight and do it. He'll do it the right way.
Yeah, kind of like Aldo, like went down to bantamweight.
Right.
He didn't cut weight. He just lost it.
Exactly.
So, what else? What else is a good story?
I don't know. Like, do we want to get on anything like more like real or like anything in the news, or do we just like
No. I'm still talking about MMA.
Oh, MMA. Well,
Yeah.
I remember a couple weeks ago they were starting to like whisper about John Jones and Stipe.
Oh, did you hear that how Dana might have leaked he took a picture, there was a picture of him standing, and then like behind him there was like a list of all these fights and the certain dates, and it said John Jones, Stipe M.
I did not see that.
Yeah, and then he talked about it in his press conference. He's like, it might be on the board, but it's not going to happen. No, Stipe and John, it's not going to happen.
That's the fight to make.
It is. It really is.
For a vacant title.
What do you think about Francis Ngannou talking to Tyson Fury?
You know what's I can't remember which Joe Rogan it was, but it came out recently. But they were talking about like a boxing. It was with BJ Penn, I think.
Okay.
Talking about boxing promotions and how some of these guys are still waiting to get their money. I don't know if like one of the Paul brothers was one of them, but yeah, like a lot of these, like, you know, because Francis, he talks about wanting to switch to boxing. Other MMA fighters have as well, and you know, it's like BJ Penn said, UFC pays you every time.
Supposedly, Dana explained why Logan Paul hasn't got paid from Floyd. Like Floyd owes him like $14 million. But Dana said that those exhibition fights, they're not regulated.
Right.
And if they're not regulated, it has nothing to do with the athletic commission. So if it has to do with the athletic commission, you are guaranteed to get paid a certain amount. You know, and they said the best athletic commissions to work with are Nevada and California.
Interesting, but either way, I mean, the Gypsy King would walk right through Ngannou. It doesn't interest me at all.
What
so much faster.
What intrigues me is Francis is listed at 6'4".
He seems like he would be taller than that.
Well, if you just type in Francis Ngannou Tyson Fury on YouTube, it'll show a clip of them talking in the ring. They're literally eye level. Tyson Fury may be 1 inch taller than him. I don't know what's up with it. Tyson Fury's listed at 6'9".
Yeah, I think that's probably like...
If I see a dude that's like 6'8" or 6'7", no, they topple me.
It must have been like a camera angle thing.
It had to have been.
Right, yeah, so much longer, so much faster, better footwork.
He's kind of clumsy, though, in a weird way.
Who's that?
Tyson.
I guess. I haven't watched enough of his fights.
Yeah. I just love the personality he has, the confidence.
For sure.
Yeah. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I mean, I almost think that Deontay Wilder versus Francis Ngannou would be more fun. Of course, he's not champ, so you wouldn't have like that champ on champ thing,
No,
but he used to be champ.
They would both make a lot of money, and that would bring in a lot of pay-per-view buys.
Right, and they fight more similarly, just like that one punch power.
Mm-hmm. Tyson Fury always said he has him or Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and who's the guy he beat, like that kind of like sent him to superstardom? Vladimir, whatever, the guy from like Ukraine or something like that. When he beat him, they said he only has like two moves, you know, and he said that about Deontay Wilder, and it was true. Like he just the first fight he outboxed him. The only reason why it was a draw was because of the knockdown late in the 12th round.
Which that was a long count.
It was a long count.
Yes.
Okay, but you can't blame that on Tyson. that was just
No, absolutely not. Yeah,
that was
absolutely
just
not.
negligence by the ref.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Canelo lost though. That was you know,
I saw some people saying online that it actually wasn't as surprising as it's being made out to be.
I watched like bits and parts of it.
Because he went vegan.
Did he really?
That's what I saw, but maybe it was just a joke. I saw someone put that on Twitter. I really don't know. I shouldn't even say that because I could be spreading rumors.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to go back down. He needs to fight one of the Charles twins.
That could be cool.
Yeah, that. Who else? I don't know if he should. I think if he fought Triple G again, he'd probably knock him out. Triple G's kind of getting old. You know.
Did you ever watch the bare knuckle boxing at all?
Hell no.
I like it.
No.
It's kind of. I would watch that over traditional boxing. But I mean that probably shows how much of a casual I am.
Yeah. Paige Van Zant.
What about her?
She did bare knuckle boxing, and it only got 12,000 pay-per-view buys.
I mean, I never understood the hype, and I don't mean any disrespect, but it's not like she was the only hot girl in the UFC. I get she was really good at very good social media presence. She seems like a cool person. But I mean, I never understood like that entire time.
I think she has her own version of OnlyFans.
Well, I think you're right.
PaigeVanZant.com or something like that.
But like the whole time that she was in the UFC, like Rachel Ostovich was in the UFC.
Macy Barber, she's gonna fight.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
July
I love Macy.
2nd.
I love Macy Barber. I love Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I liked having Rose beat Whaley just because it was cool. It kind of felt like a Titan was falling, even though Rose was already a champ before Whaley. But she was so intimidating that was really cool. I was happy to see Rose win in that. And Valentina, she's fun to watch just because she's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Your boy Glover, he's gonna fight the one dude.
Yeah,
one dude with the
was it Yuri Prochazka? I don't know how to say the
You're
name.
better at pronouncing these names than I am. You're fully educated, college educated.
Well, but I went to UC.
I went to Southern State, my guy.
Well, I went to UC Claremont at first, so and
did you actually walk across stage and when you graduated, or did they just send it in the mail?
Yeah, I skipped. And it's funny because I knew multiple people that they walked for their associates, like their 2-year degree, and had graduation parties for themselves. And it's like, you didn't really graduate though. I mean, so I don't know. I never saw the appeal. Never really dug the and you have to wear the cap and gown is dumb. Like maybe if you could just go up there in like a suit and tie, which I also wouldn't like. But yeah, like
you don't like suit and ties?
It's not that I don't like them, but I don't see the point. Not for me. I guess in some worlds you have to wear them, but like I don't. It's like I don't own a suit and tie. Like what would I need it for? I gave away most of my clothes during COVID. Just took them to like different drop boxes and donation centers, and it's easier that way. It's easier to not have like all that extra stuff to look through. I'm
quickly starting to realize the less you have is like the less is more kind of thing.
Well, like I just moved into that apartment a month ago, and right now all that I have in it is a table. Not a big table, like a 4-person high top table, 1 stool, a TV, don't have Wi-Fi, don't have cable, any of that, Hulu yet, have my bed, and 1 plate, 1 bowl, one like butter knife, 1 fork, 1 spoon, and that's it. Work clothes and like 3 or 4 shirts, a couple extra pairs of pants for like the weekends or casual times. And I am going to get more stuff than that. I am kind of making it like a personal challenge to see how long I can live with so little, but it's not hard at all. And I had a friend of mine come over and like see it recently, and they're like, why don't you just buy more stuff? I'm like, I'm not going to use it right now. Like if I was like yearning for something, if I was like, if my life felt terribly inconvenienced, I wouldn't put myself through it. But like the fact that I'm able to do it so easily shows how unimportant a lot of that stuff is. Like I'm not going to buy anything just because I like the way it looks at this point. Like even with clothes, like they have to be like, they have to like be the function that I need.
Yeah. I never was like the most fashionable person ever. You know, like when I was like, when we were like teenagers and shit, and we'd roll up to parties, we'd get ready, and then everyone would say to me like, "You really wearing that?" And I'm like, "What's wrong with that?" Ball shorts and a t-shirt. I mean, I'm not. I don't know if like, what do I have to look good for?
See, that's what I always loved about Logan. You know, he played soccer, basketball, cross country, track. Just had unlimited T-shirts from like different tournaments, different track meets.
They're good. They're good. Those shirts are like good to wear around the house.
Right, and that's the thing. Like all through college, like almost every day, like just still wearing those shirts that he got for free for just like being on the team.
Yeah, I have like 2 shirts from like the 1990s. Like there was a car show called the Rocket Run in Fayetteville, I think. Yeah, Rocket Run in Fayetteville, like 1997 Rocket Run, June 11th or some shit like that.
Right.
Yeah, I still wear that a lot.
Yeah, and I know me. I have multiple shirts that like I wore in junior high that I still wear today. Like goofy shirts, like Star Wars shirts, or like band T-shirts, like a Metallica shirt. But I mean, I like it.
I think like Star Wars shirts, certain kind of like wrestling shirts, Star Trek, all that. I think those are what do the cool kids say now? Aesthetic. They're like a certain kind of aesthetic.
Yeah, like a retro aesthetic.
Yeah, and like everybody wears them, and they want to be cool. Like
well, everyone loves the '90s now, even though everyone who was becoming famous in the '90s is dead.
Prince, Purple Rain. I see those T-shirts all the time. Like,
right?
This is America. You do you, but why are you wearing that?
The one that drives me crazy is the Nirvana fans that wear like the baby dick T-shirt, like the naked baby in the swimming pool from like their album Nevermind.
Yeah,
you know the one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, isn't that like their most famous one?
Exactly. Yeah, and like I'm pretty sure the kid on the album like sued. I think I heard, but
yeah, he sued, but
I think he lost too.
He lost, but it didn't make sense because one, he didn't know what he was doing. He had no clue. So shouldn't his parents sue because they were the ones that?
I don't know. I think there was probably like no provable damage from it for one.
Yeah, and
statute of limitations maybe.
And probably nobody is going to know who that kid is as he grows up unless he points it out.
Which he did.
Yeah, probably constantly.
Right.
So.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
I just thought it was like a fake baby or like a real baby, and then they just kind of like. I know Photoshop wasn't a thing around that time, but I figured they just worked their magic, and I didn't think they actually dropped a baby in the water and then hope for the best.
No, but I mean, you're right that like less is more, and I'm not saying like you have a less out here, but like there are less people, there are less restaurants, there are less like less of those things that you might find in places like where I live, like Columbia, Tusculum, but you do have more. You have more open space. You have more plants. You have more fresh air, and that's nothing to take for granted.
Okay. So how do you like it out there?
I like it.
Do you see yourself there in like 2-3 years?
I want to stay at this apartment up until I find like a piece of land that I want to buy, because I mean, the location's cool, and for the price, I mean, it it was cheaper than the places I was looking at in Anderson and other parts of Cincinnati. It was cheaper than the places I was seeing in Amelia. It's like I would much rather live there than in Amelia or Anderson, which are cool, but not for me. I love that it's walkable. I've never really lived somewhere that's walkable. I can just like step right out the door, walk in like to different bars. Like because I have a lot of bartender friends, server friends that are like me. Like it'll be like 1 a.m. or no, 1 p.m. on like a Tuesday. Neither one of us is working. Go meet at a bar for a drink. I mean,
yeah, if you want a piece of land, man, you better try to keep looking, always look for it, because I think interest rates are going to go up.
They already are, yeah.
Like, I mean, they're going up like here and there and shit like that, but I think they're going to go up like a lot.
Probably, yeah. So I'm going to enjoy my time.
Saw something that said like they could possibly go up to like 6 or 7% by 2025.
Yeah,
I know nothing about interest rates or anything like that.
What percent did you say?
What?
What percent did you just say? I didn't hear you.
Like 6 or 7.
Yeah, so like when I got pre-approved last winter, it was like 2% fixed.
Okay, now when you say last winter, do you mean like
of 2021?
Okay, so do you mean like December or do you mean January?
Like like November, December.
Okay, it's like 6 months ago.
Yes.
Winter's that awkward, that one that like goes from one year to the other, right. So you never know.
Yeah, I was unclear, but yeah, it's 12-month lease, then it goes month to month. So I think around the time I hit like that 9-month mark on the lease, that's when I'll start to look at the land again more and more.
Okay.
And of course, I drive around everywhere, and like I keep my eyes open for places like for sale by owner, and yeah, like the residential, like 2-bed, 1-bath, 3-bed, 2-bath, those move pretty fast, especially the last couple of years. But like the type of places I'm looking at to homestead, they don't move quite as fast.
It's kind of crazy how a lot of things changed during like the pandemic, and how the housing market just like skyrocketed. So
yeah, it was, and you have people like me that and I'm not trying to put myself on a soapbox, but it is the reality that I lost my job, and then you're trying to apply for apartments, and like you have a job that you just picked up, $8.50 an hour, trying to find like a next like permanent job, try to find a place to live all at once, and yeah, it's been crazy. Things do feel a little bit more normal now, though, I have to say, and I do feel optimistic about it.
Okay. All right. Well, it's kind of late, so.
Yep. Season finale of Winning Time tonight, and I want to watch it.
Oh. You still have HBO, right?
I do.
You need to get HBO Max.
At my dad's.
Oh, is it like that weird thing, like still on cable?
Yep, he's one of the rare ones. But he does watch Netflix now.
Fucking legend, man. Bernie.
But that's a story for a different day.
Yeah, we'll have to have like a special. Oh, damn. I should have said like the lesson he taught me way back in the day on this, but we don't have enough time, so.
Save it for next time.
I will. All right, man. We're done.
All right, love you, man.